folks of Vanderbilt, who hope today they will hit all of the right notes. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Commodores will put total leather to crank us up. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. First down here for the offense. Leaves it with the back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When you're undefeated league champion.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. With the catch, it's Dorsey. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Looking to throw on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And no surprise, this offense has their foot on the pedal, trying to take advantage of a defense that struggled in their last game. Obviously, they lost that one, but nice play early, swatting that ball away. That should help this defense's confidence.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drop. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drop.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires the pass, intercepted. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that. In front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. They're looking for an advantage to the right. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? Grabbed in the middle. It's Garrison. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range. It's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Moore to the air. He caught it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he won't be able to push his way in. He's stopped at the 1.
And how about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Vanderbilt.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. He's looking to throw. They got him. Big stop in the backfield, and what a stand by this defense to keep points off the board.
Man, that stings. You go all the way down the field, you get a 4th and goal situation, and the offense comes up small. The defense gets the sack. No points for you.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about...
You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Moore will throw. Firing to the right, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Dorsey. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
That's caught. It's Dorsey. Gets it past the marker for a 1st down, and that's the way we will wrap up the 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Vanderbilt 5, Georgia 0.
And the Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Running back searching for a hole.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Moore to the air. He rifles one deep down the right side. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. That big play, a perfect example of why receivers relentlessly work on the release.
Yeah, work on that release, work on their hands getting by the DB. When I'm getting that press man and he's up in my face, man, that is a hard assignment if I don't really get my hands on the receiver. And he wins off the line of scrimmage. Quarterback finds him, sees man coverage, makes a big play.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Commodores!
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this 1st half, they've done just that.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Georgia Tech ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory. And they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those gorgeous gold unis. This team is a buttoned-up group. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home, licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. They'll give it to the back. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves it with 3rd and 3.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. They'll try to get the first through the air. Zings it complete to the right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Georgia going up tempo.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back.
Gets away from one. He's got space. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Flushed out of the pocket. The sure hands, it's Robertson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Vandy. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
He's flying by and gets it on the jet sweep. Made a defender miss. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. They get to him as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The incompletion on first down leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 43. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Fast motion from the offense. From the red zone, looking for a man. Finds his man. It's Robertson. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
Georgia 7.
Now really back in the game here. Leads down to 12 as they're about to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Moore will throw. Feeling some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Slips a tackle and he's got room. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Completes it in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Moore to the air. He'll pull it down. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. The Commodores will line it up on 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to get to him. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when 3-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Wide open downfield. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown Doors! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And with that drive, you start to get excited. You start to think about the bounce back from a week ago. Went on the road, tough loss. You get to come back home. And this team has really been a different team today. Nice performance after a heartbreaking loss last week.
The kick is up and good and puts one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Stanford is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jim Plunkett, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by 11 to Oregon State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Georgia going up tempo.
Brings up 2nd.
Off play action. Throws for the tight end. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
You know, I think if I'm the quarterback, I'm probably not throwing at this linebacker anymore. That's now already his 2nd pick in this game. He's been doing an outstanding job in coverage. I think if you're the QB, you got to start avoiding him.
On the move to his left. Heaves it on the run. And that pass picked off. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. to the air on first down. He's right on target. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll toss it to the left. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Grab near the sticks. It's Robertson. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete.
All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Georgia. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. They'll immediately call timeout.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this, a running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, that inside linebacker is a freak of nature for multiple reasons, and it's hard for a lot of these smaller running backs to have to pick him up in pass pro, not just because of his speed, but he's also big and strong.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Commodores will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The touchdown drive cut the deficit last time they had it. Forced the punt. Now a chance to really make this a football game.
And I think if you're the offensive coordinator here, you're revisiting that last drive and asking yourself, okay, what did I call? What worked? What can I keep dialing up so we can keep scoring?
Dang right, because you got the momentum. You're back in this football game. Everything is going your way. Your defense just contributed, so that lead they had, just keep chipping away, and who knows what will happen.
And the defense drags him down.
Tackle is made at the 39. 2nd down coming up.
Under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the big fella. That's a 20. He's got space. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Georgia.
Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late. At least you got the party started.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
21.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down.
Hit the afterburners, kid. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Moore will throw. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And the pass is intercepted. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Final play of the quarter coming. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's at this point of the game where you've got to have great pass protection if you're going to come back and win. You're only down 1 possession here. You need to give this guy time. They just weren't able to do it on that last one. That's why it's incomplete.
After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his tight end. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll throw it on first down. Got his man downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown and, more importantly, take the lead.
Up by 1. They're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. He'll set up to throw. Still looking on the move. Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so is the two-point conversion attempt. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Moore to the air. Makes the grab. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
It's the 4th quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We've got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They use the end around. First play of the drive. That'll get the eyes moving. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
This offense can break off explosive plays, throwing it and running it and doing it in a variety of ways, and I like how they get their receivers involved. Nice job there on that jet sweep getting the first.
They'll throw it on first down. Quarterback adapting. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
Man, what an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They want that clock to run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. They'll go right back to him. Smashes through the tackle. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, 2 things you're thinking about here offensively is, 1, you want to take as much time off the clock. But 2, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
That is how it's done. Great job by this offense. And because of the score and the time, you kick the extra point because you're going to make them go down the field, have to score, and get a 2-point conversion to tie this football game. Great drive by this offense.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth.
Vanderbilt, 26.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where.
Gonna take a shot. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right